Hey there, BookTube. Noah. Everyone who reads it must converse. It's been a while since I did a haul video, like a straight up haul video, because I usually do these on my lives. I do a live every Friday evening at 9 o'clock. And why I want to do a haul video, though, is because it was a great haul, one, but I had the pleasure of meeting a couple of awesome booktubers in real life, face to face. And those two booktubers that are awesome that I met are the Bookish Bryants, Scott and Becky. Scott and Becky have been a channel that I love to watch. They're so fun. Y'all are so funny. And they read all different stuff from, the cowboy romances to they just did a read along of Don Quixote. We had the pleasure, I had the pleasure of reading along with the Bookish Bryants in 2020 one of the most awesome books that was unexpectedly awesome, Perdido Street Station by China Mieville. So we knew we lived close to each other and stuff, and we're kicking around the idea of meeting up at Half Price Books at some point because we all love the spot, right? And it worked out. It worked out today. So thank you very much, Scott and Becky, for meeting up with me. Thank you for crushing an hour or more, maybe 2 hours. We were there, and this haul is awesome. So I'm not throwing any jabs, but from what I've seen as far as hauls go, their booktube, you know, you might want to step up your game. All right. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not pointing any fingers, Steve. I'm just saying, you know, good stuff is on the table here. First thing I grabbed, and this was clearance. I think that Scott and Becky grabbed a copy of this as well. Nothing But the Night by John Williams. John Williams is the author of Stoner, a wonderful book. He's a wonderful writer. The prose is so beautiful. So I'll read anything by John Williams, but there's not very much by John Williams, and this is John Williams' first novel. So I'm super down for debut novels. I love debut novels. And the other books by John Williams that are published by New York Review of Books, at least, are Stoner, Augustus, which I do have a copy of, Butcher's Crossing, which I do not have a copy of, but I hear great things, and then English Renaissance Poetry, a collection of shorter poems from Skelton to Johnson, selected by John Williams. So I really think that Nothing But the Night, Butcher's Crossing, Stoner, and Augustus are his only novels, as far as I can tell. 4 novels. But I can't wait to see what he did first. Like his first novel, his first foray into writing something, some longer prose. This is 117 pages. And there was 2 copies, both the same New York Review of Books edition there, and we grabbed them. We snatched them up for $2 a piece. What a great deal, right? Another clearance item that I found was 3 Guineas, Virginia Woolf. This is essays written by Virginia Woolf. I don't know much about it at all. Got me a free bookmark in there. Very cool. And but I'll read any Virginia Woolf, anything. So I'm definitely down to see what she does with the essay, and how this really plays out. But it's a quick read as well, right? I grabbed a translation by Herter Norton of Rainer Marie Rilke's Letters to a Young Poet. The only Rilke that I have currently, or had, was It's called In Praise of Mortality, and it's just selections of Rilke's sonnets to Orpheus and some other work of Rilke's, just selections from it. So it's not at all, even one of the pieces that Rilke had put out in his lifetime. But this is what I've heard is like where to start with Rilke, and I have not dug in at all. But the amount of praise and love that Rilke gets from book community is something that is inspiring and just calling me to read it for sure. So Scott had brought me a book, actually. He said that this is a wonderful work of magical realism, which I love, right? I love books that take place and are very day to day, quotidian, just not a big deal, and you don't have anything to like that's pointing you to think that anything is out of anything is amiss or anything is out of the ordinary, and then all of a sudden, just in the course of action, something might happen that is, you're like what, wait, what, and you almost can't get it on one passing through the prose of like, well, did that really happen? That kind of stuff. I love magical realism, and we'll see how it goes. This is Jonathan Carroll. This is The Marriage of Sticks by Jonathan Carroll. Thank you very much, Scott, for hooking me up like this, because I know we probably said something about it, but I didn't remember, right? and I will read it. I have a couple of short works of magical realism that I'm going to be reading, and one of which, well, a couple of them are coming up right here. I picked up, since I'm, halfway through 100 Years of Solitude and thoroughly immersed in that world. I can't. It's a wild read. So I found this. This is Strange Pilgrims by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And this is a collection of short stories. Got the red dyed up top there. Let's see, 12 stories by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Very cool. I can't wait to dig into this. This will just be something that I'm reading at my leisure on the side and get some more Gabriel Garcia Marquez, right? So grab that one, and then in the post today, one of my books finally came. Our post has been completely messed up here in the United States. Most of my watchers will be aware of that. And I never know when things that have been in the post for a while now are going to show up. So this is something that actually was a Christmas gift that had just come in, and it is Abel Posse's Daimon. And Abel Posse is another magical realist writer from Latin America. I have The Dogs of Paradise as well, and I will be reading both of these in short order because I'm very interested to get an idea of what this is about, and or what Abel Posse's style is, because I hear that even though it's magical realism from Latin America, same as Gabriel Garcia Marquez, it is nothing like Gabriel Garcia Marquez. So very cool. I'm down for it. And the last of the haul was probably the first book that I grabbed, because we walked and talked and was looking around at all kinds of things, but I went and looked in the G's because I loved JR so much, and I'm reading the recognitions this year. So I have finally found a copy of A Frolic of His Own by William Gaddis. First edition hardcover. This is definitely something that I will get into and see what Gaddis is doing with this one. What an amazing writer, and like I said before, I think is set to rise up and up on my favorite one of my favorite writers of all time. Simply on the strength of JR, and we'll see after I read The Recognitions, which is so highly regarded and seems right up my alley as well. I haven't heard much of Carpenter's Gothic and A Frolic of His Own, which is Gaddis's other two works there, but I'll give it a shot, let me tell you, because Gaddis is a genius. Thank you so much, Scott and Becky, for joining me on that trip to Half Price Books, and we had fun. After that, I went to a record shop, and a record shop that's just outside of the perimeter and around Atlanta here, and got some more for my collection here. I don't have many records, so when it comes down to it, I'm going for like essential stuff right now, things that I can put on and listen to the whole thing. One of the first that I grabbed, or the first that I'm going to show for sure, is Moody Blues in Search of the Lost Chord. This is a great trippy 60s album. Probably the number one known song off of this album is Ride My Seesaw. But what a great cover, huh? I love it. Very cool. And we'll just move through them. I got an album of Jethro Tull's Benefit. This is a great album. I had a buddy of mine. I had posted a copy of my Jethro Tull's A Passion Play on my Instagram because I love A Passion Play so much. And a buddy of mine hit me privately and showed me his copy of Benefit here. And I said, yep, that's that's what I need too, for sure. I love Benefit. It's a great album. Best cup of coffee I've ever had, right? And then, for good measure, I got this one. This was found used. All three of these were used. 20 Years of Jethro Tull. This is 21 tracks, two LPs of just essential and rare Jethro Tulls. Side 1 is Radio Archives and Rare Tracks. Side 2 is Essential Jethro Tull with things like Aqualung and Locomotive Breath. The second record, side 1, is Flawed Gems Dusted Down. And these are, I don't know them by name. And then the side 2 of the second record is Other Sides of Tull. So I will just give you, if you want to zoom in and see some of the titles there. Jethro Tull was an amazing band. Jazz, fusion, jazz, rock, progressive, blues, very bluesy a lot of times, Jethro Tull. I love Jethro Tull. So, went ahead and grabbed that just because you get a good bunch of songs, all going to be good stuff, and it's going to be a record that I will just spin. You know, you put it on and you let it play, right? So, I don't want to buy new records because why? You know what I mean? Anything that I want, I'm going to be able to find one day. I'm going to be able to find it used at some point. So I'll just bide my time and be patient, right? But the quality and the way that they make records nowadays, from what I can tell and what I see, some of these things are just going to be, I will buy new. Because I want the quality of that. And one of the things that I wanted the quality of, so I bought it new for sure, is Steely Dan's Aja. I love this album. Steely Dan's Aja is a complete masterpiece that will live forever in music history. So I had got this one new. And then the last, but definitely not least, one that I got new is Goodbye Yellowbrick Road by Elton John. Just an unbelievable amount of wonderful songs on this. My favorite is the trilogy, the 3 songs. I love it. I've seen that movie too. Sweet Painted Lady and the Ballad of Danny Bailey. Just all 3 of those right back to back is some just wonderful listening. That's for sure. But this whole album, of course, is not just classic. It's iconic and it is amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this book too. Very cool. First little haul where I've showed some records, some vinyl records. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know. Leave me some comments if you're down for that kind of thing, for me bringing some of my vinyl into the booktube as well. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.